Hey there, this spreadsheet is all about restaurant checklists. So these are all printable checklists. I do have a couple other spreadsheet bundles for restaurants, but this is just a bundle for you to be able to just print out and use these checklist templates. So this is for like opening your restaurant, closing, tracking inventory. What your staff needs to do for each person. So like you've got bartenders and servers, hostess, their checklists. Your cooks has a checklist. There's a checklist for cleaning, food safety, and there's a blank checklist as well. So this one is helpful too. Okay, so that's essentially what all of this is. So if you wanted to, say if we wanted to print this out, you would just go to File and then Print. And then there is two pages. The first page is the one that is already pre-done, and then you could just print this out. Make sure that your orientation is landscape, letter size, margins are normal, and you would just hit next, and then you can print out one or both pages. The second one is just blank with some checkboxes for you. And I can just go ahead and put all of the checkboxes all the way down. So that way when we print this out, it'll have all the checkboxes. This opening checklist is it's separated by each person. So the managers or the cook, server. So this is just like a big quick overview. If you wanted to change this, you would just click into the cell or highlight it and then just write what you want to do. If you don't like what I have, by all means, highlight all of it and hit the delete and then write whatever you want, what works for your business. And then once you have this all done, you can check this off. The person can check this off, and you could use this on a tablet and have it all set up that way so they could write things in there. Or if you wanted to print this out and then they could hand check this off, that would work too. There's a checklist for closing as well. That would work too. There is a checklist for food inventory. So this is a little small. If you wanted to add more rows, you could just add, say 30 more rows to the bottom, highlight this whole row, and there's a dot here. You just drag it down, add more as you see fit. That's fine. And then you've got so say we wanted to just start from scratch. Let's just delete each one of these here. And then we'll say we wanted to put in sugar. Is it in stock? It's not in stock. Expiration date. And then reorder quantity. So we could put in like 2. And so you could put that for each one of the foods here. Food prep checklist. This is a checklist for people, to have handy for if, what am I going to do when I get here to prep the food for the day? So this is checking expiration dates, checking inventory, washing, cutting things, getting things ready. You've got a checklist for the bartenders. And then this is for them to clean, restock, refill, make sure, all of the liquor and beverages are there, reordering things, trash, lining trash cans, all of the stuff. There's one for the servers, like I said, hostess and cooks, and then the cleaning one. Why does this keep wanting to do that stuff? And this is just for cleaning. So you could even print this out, stick it on the back of the bathroom or in the pantry, wherever, on the back of the door where people could see it. There's one for food safety. Now, I was not very specific about food safety, just to be cautious. You guys follow whatever guidelines you have for your own food safety, because you have inspectors that come in. You know what's important. And so I felt more comfortable just being very vague, and then you guys just writing down what you wanted. And then this is another blank checklist. So if you wanted to, print this out and just have it blank for whatever you needed. Now, when we get to the Excel version, it's going to look a little different. I'm not sure if you could. Oh, I think you can just see my tab. Okay, so it's going to look a little different when you get into Excel. So if this is your Excel version, it is not going to have the checkboxes because my Excel does not have checkbox options. So I just left it out. So what you can do is leave it here. If you print this out, just have your staff just write a check mark. Or if you're using a tablet, just put a big X in there. And then that would work too. If you wanted to change the dates, the days, just highlight this and hit the delete. And then if you wanted to start with Monday and then you wanted to go to different days, then that's fine. That works too. If you wanted to change the color, highlight it, hit your fill color button, and then change it to whatever works for you. That's fine. So that's essentially how the sheet works. This is a pretty easy sheet to navigate. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm at savvyandthriving.com, and I have lots of other restaurant management sheets. I've got other things that might be helpful, like an income and expenses tracker, and I've got stuff for getting your taxes ready, all sorts of sheets. So check me out there. Again, if you need me, I'm at savvyandthriving.com, and you have a lovely day. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing. Sorry. Most people, some people, when they get in, have questions about what to do with the tabs. So your instructions will be here on this instructions tab. I would also make a copy of the sheet when you get started, just in case you mess it up. You have to go back to the main instructions. And some people, that's what usually the questions that I have is, or where's my sheet? Usually your sheet, if you bought it on the website, it'll get emailed to you or I think it's texted to you as well. You'll get a link. And then sometimes in Etsy, if you go there, it's available in your purchases and in your download section. So anyways, let me know if you have more questions. You guys have a great day.